At first glance, this week's rankings look calm. No sudden jumps, no dramatic drops, nothing that seems urgent. But this is exactly the kind of week where rankings stop being the signal. Because when positions stay stable, momentum often changes first. And if you only watch the chart, you might miss what is already shifting underneath. Several familiar titles remain near the top, yet their movement has slowed, not losing attention, but no longer gaining it either. This kind of stability can feel reassuring. But stability does not always mean strength. What matters here is not position, but momentum. Some titles are still ranked highly, yet their growth curve is beginning to flatten. They are present, but no longer expanding their reach. At the same time, other titles are not rising quickly enough to stand out, but they continue to hold steady attention, week after week. This difference is subtle and easy to miss, because rankings tend to highlight outcomes, not the process behind them. What we are seeing instead is a shift in movement quality. When rankings slow down across multiple titles, it often signals a change in audience behavior, rather than a problem with individual content. Viewers are not abandoning familiar choices, but they are becoming more selective. They spend slightly less time on some titles and slightly more time exploring alternatives. Even if those alternatives do not immediately climb the chart, this kind of change rarely comes from a single event. It builds gradually, through many small decisions made over time. As a result, the chart may appear stable. While the underlying dynamics continue to evolve, some titles remain in place, but without the momentum needed to push higher. Others stay just below the top ranks, quietly maintaining attention, without breaking through. This creates a period where movement exists, but it is not yet visible in the rankings themselves. What this means is, not all changes are signals and not all movement is meaningful. Small fluctuations in position can be noise, while slowing momentum can be a much stronger signal. If this pattern continues, future changes are more likely to happen gradually, rather than through sudden reversals. Titles that adapt to shifting audience preferences will begin to separate themselves over time. Those that rely only on past momentum may find it harder to maintain their position. This is why weeks like this matter. Not because they reveal clear winners, but because they show how attention is being redistributed. Often, the most important changes begin quietly, before the rankings fully respond. For now, the chart remains steady, but beneath the surface, the direction is becoming clearer. This is a checkpoint week, not for results, but for direction. And in the coming updates, we will see whether this slowdown turns into a transition. This is what the rankings look like when signal starts to separate from noise, before the difference becomes obvious. And moments like this often shape what happens next, long before the chart reflects it.